dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. A teenager has died after an incident at Lake Cumberland Friday night. Officials in Russell County say 17-year-old Cameron Powell of Somerset was pronounced dead at the Clifty Creek boat ramp by the coroner just before 9:30 last night. Initial reports indicate he was one of two people in a car that entered the water. The other person was able to escape, according to Fish and Wildlife officers. The state medical examiner in Frankfort will conduct an autopsy as part of the ongoing investigation. We're following reports of an apartment fire in Perry County. Viper Fire and Rescue Chief J.C. Ambergy says 28 people are without a home after an apartment fire in Slimp. He says the fire started in one apartment and spread to the others through the attic. There are no reports of injuries at this time. Multiple Perry County fire departments responded to the blaze. We've got a reporter on the scene, and we'll update this story when more information becomes available at our website, WYMT.com. A hiker in Wolfe County was taken to the hospital after suffering from a leg injury on Friday evening. At around 6 p.m., Wolfe County Search and Rescue received a call for a serious leg injury near Angel Falls, which is a trail on private property off Kentucky Highway 11. After arriving on the scene, Search and Rescue was joined by Red Star Wilderness EMS. The hiker, a 46-year-old woman from Lexington, was found just over 1 mile in from the trailhead. First responders treated her injury before carrying her out of the trail. The hiker was transported by her family to a local hospital for further treatment. Tense moments at a Little League baseball game earlier this week after deputies say a man threatened an umpire with a knife. Sergeant Nick Booth with the Logan County Sheriff's Department says the umpire was walking off the field when Franklin Darby followed him. That's when he allegedly told the umpire, I'll gut you right here. Deputies say this is all on top of Darby screaming and cursing at the umpire. Logan High School baseball coach Gavin Gertz says things like this happen too often.
And it's every sport, and it's just completely out of hand. I don't know what we're teaching our kids. People are on umpires all the time. People are on coaches. I get it all the time. People are on kids all the time, and it's Little League, it's high school.
Darby is facing charges of brandishing a deadly weapon and assault on an athletic official. The U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights has resolved a review of Mingo County schools over concerns of sexual harassment. The U.S. DOE had concerns that the district did not complete serial misconduct investigations during the 2017 through 2020 school years, and that they violated Title IX rules. Resolution agreement commits the district to take steps to change its Title IX system. One Kentucky organization is traveling across the state to inform veterans and first responders about how they can get help in tough times. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox went to the Veterans Club event in Morgan County to hear their mission in each place they go to.
11% of Kentucky's homeless population are men and women who have served in the military. Veterans Club CEO Jeremy Harrell says that has led the nonprofit based in Louisville to Morgan County, where they can help folks get more access to health care and other needs.
You know, as an organization that's based out of Louisville, but we serve the whole state, you know, it's important for us to be able to get to the places to provide access that they may not otherwise have.
The urgency comes from consistent issues in the transition phase for veterans. Morgan County Judge Executive and retired vet Jim Gazay is a primary witness to those troubles.
It's hard to find a job. They got things going on with their life. Their families, try to support them, but then they end up on the streets. And so that's an issue that we have with our folks that go overseas to serve.
The Veterans Club partnered with other assisting organizations to promote programs that veterans could take advantage of.
We have a Resilient Mind program that helps veterans when they overcome the stuff that's held them back, get them to the place they want to be. We have a lot of education, just a ton of things that we do as an organization.
Each promoting event is a chance to serve people who have served the country.
It's getting those resources to those vets that is the issue, and guys like Veterans Club, organizations like DAV, VFW, they're all there for the veterans that can go ahead and help them find those resources.
One veteran here says that after being discharged in 2009, he is still in the transitioning phase, saying he has dealt with more since leaving the Army. In Morgan County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Veterans Club CEO Jeremy Harrell also said around 20% of veterans are struggling with PTSD.
Well, most of the region is dry as we go into this evening, but we are watching out for some changes by tonight as more showers are likely by tonight, also into your Sunday. Here's a live look at First Alert Pinpoint Doppler. Most of us are dry right now, but notice showers are not too far away over portions of southwest Virginia at this hour. In Wise County, also Dickinson County as well, near Clintwood. A few sprinkles cannot be ruled out, but most of us are dry at this hour. Here's a live look from UVA Wise. This is one of the first locations that will see rainfall as we go into tonight. Notice we are dry right now, but clouds continue to increase ahead of our next weather system. And there it is over portions of Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, and that rain will continue pushing northwest into our direction as we go into tonight. So as you can see, showers are likely, especially late tonight, also into your Sunday. So be sure to grab the umbrella if you have any late night plans. That full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Keaton.
All right, thank you, Cameron. Governor Beshear announced today that the Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival is the longest running festival in Kentucky. And earlier today, the festival's main event concluded with the crowning of the 2023 Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival Queen. Representing Southeast Community College, Paige Smith of Barberville earned the coveted title of Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival Queen. Smith was one of 17 Queen candidates who took part in this year's festivities.
It means so much because I have just enjoyed myself so much, and watching how seriously they take it and the tradition behind it and all the thought and preparation that goes into every aspect of it. It's just like the fact that they chose me to represent them is very much an honor to me. I'm very honored and proud to be representing them.
Smith makes the 92nd Queen to represent the Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival. We'll have more on the Queen's coronation and the other events that took place tonight at 11. If you're taking a trip this Memorial Day weekend, get ready for congestion. AAA says more than 42 million Americans are hitting the road or the airport. It's expected to be the busiest Memorial Day in 20 years. Almost 3.5 million of them will be flying, an 11% increase over last year. This will put a strain on Louisville's International Airport, especially since construction means there will be even less space for luggage than normal.
There are contingencies in place should we need to make last-minute adjustments for that, just because of the expected loads this summer. But people do need to be mindful that there is construction in the terminal and all baggage will be coming off the west side.
More than 37 million Americans will be driving to their destinations this year. Folks in the Big Sandy region are out and about for the holiday weekend. WYMT's Jordan Mullins paid a visit to two parks and spoke to guests and officials about what Memorial Day means to them.
In the Big Sandy, folks are out in bunches.
And they're having a great time, but there's people all over this park. They're sitting at all the shelters. They're sitting by themselves out in the bottom, out in the grass area.
At Prestonsburg's Archer Park, as well as Paintsville Lake State Park, many families are spending time together and taking part in various Memorial Day events.
You can see that all the pavilions are full, folks getting together with different reunions and picnics, and the campground here where we're in today is packed.
And reflecting on what the holiday truly means.
It is a great time of year to reflect on what's important and how we got to be that way.
Remembering those who gave their all.
Men in the past and women in the past that have put themselves in harm's way so that we can have this liberty. And to me, that's Memorial Day. That's what Memorial Day is. It's a time of remembrance.
To ensure freedom for all. Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Prestonsburg Parks and Recreation Director Richie Schoolcraft added that there are also considerably more people out and about than the last 3 years, mainly due to less worries about the pandemic. Coming up at 6, veterans are at risk if an agreement on the debt ceiling isn't reached soon.
Plus, we are watching out for showers to return by tonight and linger into your Sunday. All those details coming up.